afternoon. It's a brand new week in the potting shed. You've got me, Bex Edwards, and you've got him, Adam Walcott, our award-winning gardener.
For the next 2 hours, you've got us both.
Sorry about that. It's all right, though, isn't it?
They just dragged me in off the street.
It's amazing that we dragged you in off the street and you've won loads of gardening medals, though, isn't it?
Coincidence is a very weird thing.
It's a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing. Yeah. What are the chances?
What are the chances
of that?
I'm in a bit of a funny mood today and I'm not quite sure why. So good luck to all of you and good luck to you and good luck to you, Stu.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome. It's lovely to have your company. Thanks for joining us in the potting shed. Hello to you all in YouTube. Oh, it's switched off. Hello to all of you in YouTube. Hello to all of you on Facebook as well, and hello to everybody who is watching on the website. If you would like to message us, you can do that.
YGTV@YouGarden.com.
Hey, he's learnt it. If you want to send us any emails, that's the email address. If you want to message us in the YouTube chat, I'm just bringing it up now quickly. Here we go. So, who's there? Anne, hey. Jules, Nathan, Olwen, hello to all of you. I'll say hello to everybody else when they start joining the chat. And hello to everybody on Facebook. Stu's going to keep an eye on that. What's going on with the camera, Stu? Something weird's going on with the camera. It's getting closer and closer. Right, let's go into some of the details for you. Now, we are bringing you a whole new week of products, aren't we? What we got on today?
Oh, my goodness. We've got some things you can eat today. We've got some beautiful evergreens. We've got some standards. We've got incredible bulbs with fragrance. Yeah, kind of a whole range. Lots and lots of stuff.
Absolutely. Loads of new things from last week, because obviously Thursday is the beginning of our week. Now, everything that we have brought into the potting shed, you can get free postage on. Now, there is something you need to do in order to access the free postage. What do they need to do?
You need to enter the YGTV code, which Stu's going to pop up in a minute. Are we 05 or 06 now?
No, we're 06 now.
We're 06.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 2506 or is it 0625?
0626, babe.
26.
Oh,
God, yeah, I'm not. I'm still in the previous year. There you go, YGTV 0626.
So that's the code you need to enter when you place your order. You can do that on the website, YouGarden.com, or you can actually use the phone lines if you want to. So free postage, first of all. We've got deals and savings and all the rest of it, but you can get even better savings by joining our club. It costs you £10 to join the club, but that's your cost for the year, and then you're going to get 15% discount off of everything, either from the potting shed or on the website. But if you shop the website, you will pay postage. So shop from YGTV. It's the best place to shop. What else do I need to tell them, or did I do it all?
I think you've covered it. I think we've done the club, we've done the code, we've done the email address.
Told you where we are.
Yeah.
Right, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into some plants for you. If you want to have a look at anything, go to the website, click on the Live Now button, scroll down. That's where you can see everything that we've got selected for the show. And if there's anything you specifically want to see or have a question about, messages on YouTube, Facebook, or on that email address, YGTV@YouGarden.com. Let's crack on. Which one do you want to start with, Stu? We're going to go here. We're going to go for the hydrangea. This is the hydrangea blue mop head standard, but not just one. This is actually for a pair of standards that we're showing you here. You're actually saving a massive amount of money on this one. It's a £40 discount. Your club price, and that is your delivered price as long as you use the code, is £42.48.
We saw these flowering last year on the nursery, different colours, and they were just awesome. And the nice thing about having a pair of things, normally we talk about threes or fives, odd numbers, but when you've got a pair of things, it's great for putting them either side of a front door or a back door or at the base of some steps. And look how beautifully blue these are. Really, really lovely, deep, deep blue. If you've got acid soil in the garden, these will stay blue. They will keep blue forever and a day. If you haven't, just put them in a pot with ericaceous compost and you can keep them blue. And it's such a deep, deep, unusual colour. It's like plumbago almost, that kind of blue on there. These are tough, they're hardy. And because they're on these nice standard stems, they give you stature, they give you elegance, but what it means is as well, you can plant right up underneath. These actual stems will never get any taller. They'll get wider, but they won't get any taller. All the growth happens on top, and you decide how big you want to let these go. All you need to do, remember about these, if you ever want to prune them, you need to prune them so that you're developing new wood in 1 year to give you the flowering wood for the following year. Because don't chop them down now. If you pruned them now, you're going to chop all the flowers off. But they're really easy to grow. You can grow them in pots and containers, beds and borders, sunny position, shady position. They're quite good for shade, actually. Moisture retentive soil. and just watch these just disappear under these beautiful big heads of deep blue, stunning flowers.
Amazing plants, aren't they? They are winter hardy as well, so there is no issues with leaving these out in winter. There's no extra winter care required with these whatsoever. And remember how rare the colour blue is when it comes to flowers. You do need your ericaceous compost though, don't you, if you want to keep them that blue colour?
You do, yeah. So we've got ericaceous compost available. Plant them in the ericaceous compost, they'll stay blue, or you can buy colouring compounds that you can water in and they'll do the same thing. They'll keep them blue. Yeah. Or if you wanted to, you could put one in ericaceous, one in ordinary, and then you can end up with one pink one and one blue one. It's up to you. You decide. But if you want to keep them blue, they do need to be in acid soil. That
would be quite interesting, actually. See the different colours that you get. Hello to everybody on Facebook. That was Penny and Naomi, and was there another one? And hello to you as well. And you seem to be on both. We don't mind watching as many places as you like. I like that. That's brilliant. And maybe she just wants to join in the chat on both. I quite like it. So hello to everybody on Facebook. Do join in the chat. We love it when we can talk to you. We're here live right now every Thursday, 2 till 4. So it's lovely. We have a fantastic gardening community and we enjoy being able to talk to you as well. Make sure you're jumping onto that website, YouGarden.com, and checking out everything that we have got on the show. Press the Live Now button, scroll down. If you're looking on a phone, you might need to go into the menu to find the Live Now button. And also, if you're looking on a phone, please make sure that you are scrolling through the pictures, not just going up and down. Go left and right as well, because there's more than one there. I will point out, unfortunately, that list has not been updated, so don't jump on there yet. We're going to get in touch with Ryan and get him to update that. We'll let you know as soon as that is updated. So for the time being, note down your item numbers, but we'll give you a shout. It doesn't take long. They can normally fix it very, very quickly. Anne is waiting for her compost at the moment, so she can stock up. I think Olwyn said she's waiting for her ericaceous compost to be delivered this afternoon. Dingo's in. He's been chatting. He's been training the dog. Mauricia's joined us now as well. Neil just dropped in to say hello. He's going to watch it back later.
Neil.
Hi, Neil, for when you watch it back later. Right, that was the Blue Mop Head Standards. Okay, so that's a pair of them with a £40 saving. Delivered price £42.48 if you're in the club and you use that code YGTV0626. That is £21.24 each. There you go, 21.24 each. That's brilliant for those. Let's move on. We are about to get into magnolia season. This is the time of the year when everybody starts shouting at us, have you got magnolias? I really want a magnolia, because they see them all in flower and they think, I want one of them.
That's the thing, is we were talking like the Kojo no Mai, the same sort of thing. You know, don't wait until you see these flowering or the petals are dropping off. Join the journey now. You know, get one going now so you can start to enjoy those flowers year after year after year. And this one here is a yellow flowering, I need to say hydrangea, a yellow flowering magnolia.
Stu will change the details for us in a sec. He's just messaging Ryan, I think. There it is.
And it can get to quite a substantial size, this one. This can get to 6 to 7 metres tall.
What?
Yeah. So Stu just whispered something in my ear. He's doing a Matt thing in my ear. But it's got a really nice kind of goblet growth habit to it, and these pure yellow flowers, which is really unusual for magnolias. We think about magnolias as being pink or purple or white, for example. But if you want something really different, really unusual, the flowers come out very, very early, pretty much sometimes before the foliage opens out completely, kind of depending on the season. But you know, give this one a bit of space. You could, if you wanted to, plant it in a very, very large container, but if you're going to plant it in the garden, you could have it as a central plant in the middle of the lawn. Perhaps you've got a front garden as well. It looked beautiful in the middle of a front garden. You could cut a nice sort of flower bed out underneath it, have some spring flowering bulbs like tulips and wallflowers and forget-me-nots, have the magnolia flowering at the same time, and just create that incredible spectacle. Nice upright tulip-like flowers on this. So if you want something different, unusual, the only one thing I've got to point out to you, it does need acid soil, this one.
Yes.
So grow it in a pot or a container if you haven't got acid soil in the garden. But if you've got acid soil like me, you can just plant it straight in the ground. It
is a bit unusual, isn't it? As Adam said, you normally see that sort of pinky white one, the Soulangeana, that's the most popular one. So yellow is a really different one. My mum's got a magnolia in the middle of her lawn, and it really is a focal point, and she's underplanted with so many different plants underneath. It looks absolutely spectacular. 510969 is your item number for the magnolia yellowbird, $16.99 for that plant. Rooty Beauty, as Adam is showing you right now. So yes, absolutely lovely establishment already happening on there and ready to get established in your garden as well. Magnolia season, it is magical, and it's one of the ones that people come in every time. Magnolia magnolia, cherry blossom and wisteria. Those are the three where as soon as they're in flower, loads of people ask us for those plants. So get it now. You should get a few flowers off this, shouldn't you, maybe?
Yeah, you could. I mean, can't guarantee, but you could get flowers off of it this year. But next year onwards, definitely.
Yeah.
And once they start flowering, that's it. You've got flowers for donkey's years, and they are long, long, long lived as well. Magnolias.
The sooner you plant it, the sooner you'll get flowers. Yeah. All right, 510969 is the item number. The website is now updated, so if you want to see this week's show page, just go into YouGarden.com and have a little look on there, because everything is now updated. Everything you're looking at here comes with free postage. We've got the majority of it out in the potting shed, and we'll go as quick as we can to show you absolutely everything. Okay, we've got lily bulbs. Oh, gladioli. You all went crazy for gladioli purple art last year. That is in, okay, so do grab hold of that one. The wisteria is ready for us to talk about as well. Oh, we've got a new peony to talk to you about. That's called Dinner Plate. That's going to be a gorgeous one. Fancy growing some potatoes? Yes, you can do that in the smallest of spaces, and it would not be a show here in the potting shed if we didn't have a Nandina in it. We've got the return of the lemon and lime. Oh, I forgot to bring the planters in. We've got the rainbow planters. I'll nip out and grab those in a second, or Stu will bring them in. I don't know. We'll get them. Right, let's move on, shall we? We're on to the favourites table. This is what we think is going to be your favourites of the week. And we're going straight to the devil. We're going to Lucifer. This is Crocosmia. You've got this, haven't you?
Yeah, and you've got it as well.
I've got this as well.
And loads of my customers grow this as well. It's a really, really stunningly beautiful Crocosmia, or what they used to call Montbretia. And these are really impressive. They can get up to 1 metre tall, even taller than that, on lovely upright stems. And then they send out these branched kind of flowering stems that are covered in dozens and dozens of these deep, deep red, beautiful flowers. The pollinating insects really love them as well. The butterflies. I said the birds the other day, so they're not pollinating insects, are they?
No, they're not. No.
Butterflies, bees, hummingbirds in a tropical place. But you can see here what I mean about the way the flowers branch out. And they flower for a good sort of 4 weeks or so, from when the first flower comes out to when the last one drops off. Nice sort of coloured foliage in the autumn as well, before the bulbs die down. And the good thing about Crocosmias is they multiply very, very quickly. So, 10 bulbs in a couple of 2 or 3 years' time, you could end up with like 15, 16, even 20 kind of new kind of spikes coming up, giving you a really beautiful clump of these. They don't generally need staking. All they ask of you is they like a really sunny, well-drained spot, sheltered, and they'll come back year after year. And I've never known anybody needing to protect these in the winter. No. They come from South Africa, but all my customers that grow them, when I've grown them in my old garden or my new garden, all I do is I just kind of cut them down like late autumn to about 6 inches or so, and every year they come back really, really reliably. And the other good thing about them as well is they give you colour from kind of mid to late summer as well. So they're kind of a second half of summer flowering bulb, when a lot of other bulbs have already gone over.
Right, you're getting 10 of those, but you do have the option to be able to double up. In order to get the double up, you need to put 2 in your basket. Use the code. That will work out at £12.75 for club members, and you'll get 20 of those included. 630241 is the item number if you would like to go for the Crocosmia Lucifer. A fantastic, very popular one, very tropical looking, but not tropical care. Right, should we move? Oh, Sean Ryan's got them in his garden. Then everybody should have them, for sure. If he's got them in there, definitely. Let's move on, shall we, to the Belgian giant trailing begonias, something that I have grown in the past and absolutely flipping love. Love a begonia because, first of all, doesn't matter the summer you get, does it?
Well, that's the thing. If we get a hot, dry summer, providing you water them, they'll do really well. If we get a cool, wet summer, they still do well, even in those summers. But what's amazing is I've just taken one out of the packet, because when you look at these, you can't believe that this tiny tuber can create what it does. But basically, you plant it so the rounded side is down, the flat side is pointing upwards. You're starting these already, and you've got some, haven't you?
Yeah,
started at home.
I started them off last week.
Just pop them in trays, say rounded side down, a little bit of compost over the top, keep them moist, not wet and sodden, but just keep them moist, and then in a couple of 2 or 3 weeks' time you'll see beautiful little red shoots developing on the top, and probably by about middle of April you can plant these out after the risk of frost has gone. But what you'll get is just, well, this is yours, Bex, isn't it, what you grow?
Yes, these are beautiful. Now, technically, sorry, Stu, but these are the Super Cascade ones, not the giant trailing. But they do give a very similar result. not. Sorry, Stu. I hate to point out errors. But I will just... I do quite like it when it's you. I am going to take over in a second because I do want to show how big these can actually get. Can you hold that for me?
That's the thing.
Please?
I mean, what's amazing is you start off with that tiny tuber, and these produce huge, great big flowers. And the good thing about begonias is they flower all summer long, like month after month after month, basically. You don't even need to deadhead them. You can plant them in beds and borders. You can plant them in containers. Oh, my goodness me, Bex.
That is a Belgian giant trailing begonia. Now, I will admit they didn't all get that size.
That's impressive.
But the point is they do have the potential of getting to that size. That was a Belgian giant trailing begonia. And I grew that, when was that? That was 2024, the last time that I grew those. I have planted them again this year, but that was in my hanging basket at the front of the house, and that was the size of one of the flowers. You can see it's face size. It's the same size as my face. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is, and they're so easy to grow. They're one of the least demanding plants. You can start them off right now. That's the good thing. So you can start that journey right now, get them out once the risk of frost has gone, and just enjoy those magnificent, huge flowers in an amazing range of colours right the way up into the autumn. And if you keep the tubers frost-free through the winter time, you can start them off again the following spring and do it all over again.
I love them, honestly. I think begonias are some of the most beautiful flowers, long-lasting, low maintenance, and versatile as well. We do have the double up deal available on that, and I think it's well worth it, particularly if you're looking at your hanging baskets and your window boxes and your pots and containers and things. They are going to flower consistently for you for absolutely ages. 630193 is the item number if you'd like to go for your Belgian giant trailing begonias. £11.04 is the price for 10 of them, but you can double up and get 20 of those. Put 2 in your basket to do that. Let's move on. Oh, club members, what? $15.29 for 20 of those.
That's bonkers.
It is bonkers.
Yay.
Put 2 in your basket though, otherwise you will only get 1. You have to physically
Can
put
you
2
imagine
in.
Going to a garden centre in springtime and or late spring and buying them grown on in pots? They'd be like £6-7 each, wouldn't they? Easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the new peony that we've got for you. Now we have a few things that are called dinner plates, and we're not stopping. We're going on with peonies. Peony dinner plate, and that's because these flowers are supposed to get quite big, aren't they?
Yeah, big chunky flowers. And these are lovely kind of soft sort of pink on these as well. Fragrant, easy to grow, hardy. They'll come back for you year after year after year. The one thing we always mention with peonies though, plant them very, very shallow. They do not like, they'll grow if you plant them deep, but they won't flower. So literally just plant them just below soil level. A bright sunny position, or they will grow in shadier spots as well. Dig in some really nice organic material into the soil before you plant them, and get yourself sort of a few packets of these if you want to, because what you can do is you can use them for cut flowers as well, because they make really, really beautiful cut flowers that are stupid expensive to buy in the florist, so you can grow your own. If you want to look at one, just show you one.
We do, because actually you can see through the bag there the number of eyes that are on each of those bare roots. These are top quality, high grade bare roots we're talking about, and I can already see the shoots forming.
There's a big chunky one here.
So
look at this. Well, can't even get out of the bag. There we go.
The great thing is that with these shoots, I told you.
Look at these.
I told you there's some really good shoots on there. Hey. And that's where that new growth is going to come from. And it's these that want to be quite close to the top of the soil,
They
isn't
do,
it?
yeah. I mean, so in fact, I would probably plant these so that just the tips of these are just showing above soil level, because my peonies are already showing. I've got one called Molly the Witch, which is a yellow one, and the buds are already above soil level now. And there's a I can't promise, but there's a possibility that one of these might even be a flower bud for this year. Because if you think about it, if we'd left this peony where it was last year and hadn't lifted and divided it, these would probably be flower shoots. Yeah. So ignore that nonsense about move a peony, it won't flower for 7 years. That's just bunkum. Normally, why it doesn't work is because when people transplant a peony, they replant it too deep, and that stops it flowering. So get them home, plant them so these tips are just above the soil level. You can put them straight in the ground if you want to. Just put a bamboo cane so you know where they are. Or if you want, put them in pots and grow them on in pots and wait until you're ready, sort of April, May time, when they've got a beautiful root system, and then treat them as if you bought them pot growing. put them in where you want them, and just leave them. And peonies will come back for 50 to 60 years.
Whoa!
Yeah, and these will give you big size pink flowers, fragrance, lovely foliage colour in the autumn before they die down as well. They're incredibly hardy, and they really are one of the easiest perennials to grow, because once you plant them, they are really plant them, love them, leave them. That's all you do with peonies.
You don't really have to do anything to them after
not
that.
at all.
Just leave them alone.
Really easy.
Just make sure you get the planting depth correct and you will get gorgeous flowers. That one is Peony Dinner Plate, 3 bare roots included in there. You are saving £16 on that one, so you can get all 3 home for £19.52 as a club member. Did I say the item number? 580097 is the item number if you want to go for those. I just want to say hello to Ash, who's joining us for the first time in YGTV. Lovely to have you here, thank you. Alistair, doesn't matter if you're late, the point is you're here, so thank you so much. People telling us what they're getting delivered as well. Darren, he's got his Philadelphia's Petite Pink from previous show, arrived in fantastic condition and size. Looking forward to seeing them grow. Yes, me too, Darren. I'm really looking forward to those.
I've got one of those as well.
I know, it's brilliant.
First year, I can't wait.
Right, we're moving on to the Skyscrapers. Go big or go home, that's what we're saying. These are the Skyscraper lilies. We actually have a double up deal on these as well. So if you want the most amazing fragrant floral display this year, go for that double up deal.
Definitely. I planted these for the first time last year in my garden, and in the first year they come up hip height on me, just in year 1, and they were flipping gorgeous. I tell you, I was so chuffed of them. I probably had about half a dozen flowers on each stem, and the flowers were big and they were so fragrant. I just loved them, and I'm honestly, I promise you as well, from when I saw the first colour on the first bud to literally the last petal dropping off on the last one was about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So they flower. They're Stu's. That Stu's got on the back of the border there, and that's where Stu has planted his. That's the ideal place they love to be, because they like their feet or their bulbs in the shade. So they like cool, moist, organic, rich soil, but they love to have their stems up in the sun. So they're really ideal for planting at the back or the middle of borders, where the other plants will kind of shelter the roots, but then because they're so tall, they'll push up through all the other plants. They'll give you height, they'll give you grandeur, they'll give you colour, they'll give you fragrance, they'll bring in all those pollinating insects, and you'll be blown away by them. And these bulbs are gorgeous chunky bulbs. You can see there's already roots developing on here. And these bulbs will flower this year. In every one of these bulbs, there's already a little flower bud in the middle. If I was to cut it in half, you would see it. So you get them home, plant them, and plant lilies quite deep. You could plant these about sort of 6 inches deep, because they actually like to have quite a bit of soil on top. It makes them, it stabilises them. And within a couple of years, these could be up to 2 metres tall, and you could end up with 25 flowers per stem. They really are super impressive.
I love them, honestly. You're getting all 5 varieties included in there, so it's 3 of each. If you go for 1 pack, you're going to get 15. If you go for the double pack, you're going to get 30 of those.
30.
That
Can you
will
imagine
be
30?
Oh my word.
Hey.
The fragrance, the colour, the display will just be insane, honestly. For club members, for that double up deal, it will be £25 and 45 pence. That's 85 pence per bulb you'll be paying for those. And remember, they're perennial. You'll have them in your garden for years. As long as you've got them in good free draining soil, they will come back for you year after year. Make sure you allow the stems to die back down naturally on their own. Don't cut them down until the stems have gone brown, brittle, ready to trim off. Normally happens by autumn time, and then that's fine. They've refed the bulb in order to come back for you next year. If you want that double up deal, put 2 packets into your basket. You have to physically put 2 in your basket, and then enter the code to get the discount and the free postage on there as well. Okay, are we going to show them? Yeah, let's go to the website and have a little look. We've got 1 in the basket. Add a second one in. Let's have a little look. Right, we can do better than that, look. Come on, $39.90, $6.99 postage, $46.89. No. YGTV 0626. Let's have a look what happens. Ooh, $29.95. No postage. Look at that saving. Look at that saving. And also, join the club. You'll save an extra £5.98 on that price. So make sure you're a club member as well. You'll save 15% off everything that we bring you from the potting shed, and you'll also save it from the website. But it's only from the items in the potting shed that you can access that free postage, OK? Right, let's move on to the last item, shall we, on the favourites table. That is the fig. Yes, we've got the brown turkey. It is the beautiful, nicely established plant in the 1.7 litre pot.
And it's already like starting into growth.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, it's in
And
our
that's
little
a
greenhouse.
fig.
Yeah,
There's little figs growing on these.
Little figs. Chances are they could actually ripen for you this year as well, because sometimes the figs ripen in 1 year. Sometimes, if the figs are big enough and the winter's mild enough, they'll stay on the fig tree and they'll continue to ripen the following year. So almost a bit like what a citrus fruit would do. But brown turkey, I've seen hundreds of these over the years. Been self-employed for about 40 odd years now, and I've seen probably thousands of gardens. And this is the one that everybody grows, brown turkey, because it's so suited to the British summers. You know how fickle they can be, can't they? You know, 1 year it can be hot and dry, the next year it can be really windy and wet. But these figs do not care. As long as you plant them, they're Stu's again. You grow loads of stuff, Stu. You're like...
His wife does.
Ah, OK. Yeah.
Sue's allowed to look at it, that's all.
Yeah, so, OK. But you can see that Stu's got it growing against a fence, and that's what I was going to say. If you can sort of plant it against a fence, sort of south or west facing, that would be really, really good. And they'll also make really good container plants. In fact, sometimes constricting the roots on these, forcing them to be pot-bound, encourages them to fruit more. If you kind of let them run free, sometimes you get masses of leaves and less fruit. But the leaves are beautiful in their own right, give you a nice sort of jungly, tropical sort of look. So if you want to grow your own figs, and honestly you can, I promise you 100%, get yourself a brown turkey.
Right, so that one is, you can get a double up deal on that one as well, by the way. If you want to get 2 of them, add 2 into your basket. So you pay £11.04 club member for 1 of them, delivered price, free postage, but you can order 2 of them and get extra savings there as well. Just to clarify for Ash, hello Ash, first time in the live. So yes, you can get free postage from the items that we have selected for the live. If you go to the YouGarden.com website and you click on the Live Now button, you can see everything that's selected for the live. Now you have to use the code in order to get that free postage. It's down on the screen there, look, it says YGTV0626. We change that code every week, but your code actually might last for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks normally. So yes, you can sometimes use last week's code on last week's items and things like that. So always have a little look at which code you're using. But if you're coming in every week, we'll tell you about the new code every week. You get your free postage by entering that code, and you will get your discount. So if we've got a double up deal, a buy one, get one free, or a particular saving on an item, you have to use the code at checkout. You can only use one code. So when you go into the website to place your order, there's a little box that says, do you have an offer code? That's the one you put in there. There's another box that says, do you have a a voucher code? That's for maybe email vouchers that have been sent, or it might be if you've joined the club, we have various voucher codes that you can get. £5, well, £20 in total in £5 vouchers. Those are your voucher codes, so that's a separate box you use for those. But it's the do you have an offer code? That's the YGTV 0626 or 726, whichever code it might be. Stu's showing you there on the website. You can only use one voucher per order, and probably 99 times out of 100 or 999 times out of 1,000, this code is going to give you the best offer, the best prices. YGTV and being a club member are definitely the most affordable ways to shop with us here at YouGarden. Ash, if you've got any other questions, by all means, drop them in the chat. I will do my best to answer those for you. Now, I want to talk to you about compost, please. Adam's going to take over and tell you all about this fabulous compost.
I will. I'm getting a bit twitchy at the moment, actually, because I've got 0 bags left. I've used them all up. I need to get more bags in, because this is the time of year you're going to start using this. We're going to start sowing seeds soon. We're going to be starting off all our dahlias, our sort of begonia tubers, all those kind of things, your cuttings. Get loads of this home now, because you will get the best results with this compost of any compost you've ever used. We have a little phrase here saying, once you've used this, you become a compost snob. I've used, I don't know, definitely in excess of 1,000 bags of this, not all in my own garden, for customers as well. And the main thing I'm really kind of pointing out about it recently is it's the root promotion and growth that this creates that is really, really mind-blowing. So, you know, Bex is showing you kind of a picture here, and you get this beautiful fibrous root system on here, which is what you want, not this kind of little feeble sort of root structure. And I've found that with sowing seeds, taking cuttings, reviving plants that are really ailing, have not been doing well, even house plants that have kind of been a bit lacklustre. I've sort of taken them out their old compost, I've repotted them in this, and within a couple of weeks you can see the leaves starting to green up, you can see new shoots developing, and it just seems to give those plants that va-va-vum and that kind of zest for life and for growing. It's peat reduced, been peat reduced for pretty much ever, to be honest, long before everyone else was doing it. It's got composted wood fibre in it, keeps the texture nice and open, lets the air and the water get down to the roots. It's got a wetting agent. Those really inferior composts, when they dry out, they're a real so-and-so to kind of rehydrate. With this one, Bex was watering this just before the show, and the water was soaking straight in. Wasn't running off the side. And also, you've got a slow-release fertiliser in here. That's going to feed your plants for up to 6 months. And those are the little beads that you see. Sometimes they're green or orange or tan beads. And it's nicely pH balanced as well. It's not too acid. It's not too alkaline. It will soothe the vast majority of plants. And if you want an ericaceous version, we've got an ericaceous version of it as well, and it comes to you in these 2 40-litre bags in cardboard boxes, delivered straight to your door, no shipping. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing.
It is amazing. It is the most sold item that we bring you on YouGarden and has been for many, many years. The highest review rating we've got on this. And please, we really want to impress on you the importance of using a good quality compost. Don't buy the cheap stuff. It does make a difference, the kind of compost you use. We know there's cheaper out there, but we do bring you the best value we can, and we bring you the best quality, which is going to give your plants the best results, isn't it? And that's what it's all about.
And it's to your door. That's the thing. Straight to your door. Straight to your door. None of that hassle with the garden centres and split bags and wet bags and all that kind of nonsense.
Absolutely. Right, so your item number there is 100064. It's the 80-litre one, so you'll get 2 40-litre bags delivered direct to your door. I just got 10 bags delivered recently.
I need to leave it alone. I can't stop.
I know, we always do the same thing.
Can't stop playing with it.
Ali G, good morning to you. Hello, thank you for your email. She's saying hello. A few photos of things looking good in our garden at the moment. I did press mirror. Hold on one second. I do believe that what we've got here is a Pieris. Is that a Pieris?
No,
Whoa.
It's a Photinia.
Is it a Photinia?
Yeah, it's a type of Photinia, I think.
I thought that looks like a Pieris with the new growth coming through. Hang on. She's got crocus growing in the bottom. I can't read that label. Ali G, you're going to have to settle the debate. Is it a Photinia or is it a Pieris?
I think it's the smallest. I think it might be Little Robin.
I'm going to be so annoyed if Adam's won the competition and I haven't. Ali G, let us know, please. Next picture. Oh, whose sarcococca is flowering now? Who's got the flowers open? Who's smelling the flowers?
I'm still just waiting.
I didn't go out and look at mine this morning, so I'll have a look
They're
later.
almost opening. It's been a real tease for weeks, but look at that. I mean,
the fragrance coming off those has got to be amazing, Ali. Yes, gorgeous. Let us know, please, if you've got the sarcococca and yours is flowering and you're enjoying all of that fragrance. And then she's got some spring bulbs planted up here and a load of other things in pots, but definitely the spring bulbs coming up.
They are, I mean, so far ahead this year.
I know.
It's like tulips already. I mean, tulips, you didn't used to see them till kind of April time, but these days with the milder winters, things are really, really coming up sooner, which suits me, to be honest.
We've got a pot outside the front of our greenhouse just here at the YouGarden headquarters, and there's a pot with daffodils in. Have you seen? The flower heads are actually, they're there. They're about to open.
Yeah. It's only, the 5th of Feb.
They're about to open.
There's a whole field of daffodils flowering on my way in.
Is there?
I think they're commercial for either for flowers or bulbs, but yeah, they're flowering their socks off already. Well,
if you want to send us any email, the details are on the bottom of the screen there. It's ygtv@yougarden.com. If you'd like to show us what's going on in your garden, we would be very happy to see those pictures. So get your emails in, will you please? Hello to everybody on Facebook. Hello to you all on YouTube as well. Going to give you a quick reminder of some stuff, the plants and bulbs and things you've seen already, and we're going to show you some more plants in a second. First off, we've got those hydrangea standards. These are the blue mop head standards. Now, to keep them blue, you need to plant them in ericaceous compost. They're not going to get any taller than they are now, but the top will get bigger. It'll get so impressive, and they will get covered in those beautiful blue flowers. Obviously, because these are mop heads, you have to be careful with your pruning. Don't prune them in spring because you'll be cutting away all of the flowers. Mop heads grow flowers on old growth, so that's how you can work out your pruning from there. You are getting a £40 £16 saving on this one. So you have to enter your code. If you're a club member, you're going to get an extra, what's that, £7 saving just on this one item. So remember, it costs you £10 to join. Your cost for the year, you'll save £7 just on buying this one item here. So it's well worth doing, isn't it? Either side of front doors, back doors, seating areas, sheds, pathways, gateways, those sorts of things. This is where the pairing really, really works. 511651 for a pair of winter hardy, gorgeous blue mop head standards. And remember how rare blue is as a colour for flowers in the garden. We have that gorgeous magnolia as well. Another quite rare one for you, actually. If you think about magnolias and when all the magnolias are in flower, which isn't far away, we normally see the Soulangeana, don't we? It's that wonderful creamy white one with the pink centre to it. How many times have you seen a yellow magnolia? Not very often. So you can get one in your garden. 3 litre pot, £10 saving, £16.99 your discount club price. Crocosmia, going to the other end of the spectrum here. We've got the wonderful Crocosmia, opens in succession across the flowers there. Later in the summer, it's sort of second half of summer, these will open up for you and they multiply. This is the great thing. So you should get a little flowering in the first year. You should definitely get a little bit, but they get better as the years go on. They multiply for you. Even though they're from Africa, these can actually cope so brilliantly here. I've never given mine winter protection, and after planting them, I've pretty much done absolutely nothing to them. Double up as well here, so if you can and you want to, you can get 20 of those bulbs. 630241 is your item number. Now, the giant trailing begonia, I highly recommend these. They are absolutely amazing. The flowers can get massive, but they're very versatile. Doesn't matter the summer weather, they're absolutely happy. Wet and windy, dry and hot, begonias just keep doing their thing. You can deadhead, or I did find that they tend to just sort of sort themselves out mostly. They can go into hanging baskets, window boxes, pots and containers. Just give them somewhere where they can trail and tumble over the edge. And they are perennial. You can get them to come back next year. 630193, double up is available, so you can get 20 of those as well. We've got the peony for you as well. This is the dinner plate peony. So this can get to probably about 90 centimetres, a metre in height, but the point here is that those flowers can get absolutely huge. They could be 10, 15 centimetres in diameter, and you're going to get 3 of these bare roots in there. The perfect pink for you, petalicious flowers, lovely fragrance, and a long-lived perennial plant could be in your garden for 40, 50, 60 years. 580097 for that one, and you're saving £16. We've got the skyscrapers for you. Another one, we're talking sort of giants here. We're talking giant flowers in the size that they can reach, but also in the height that these can reach. First year, they could be 4 feet in height. Next year, 6 feet, even 2 metres is the height that these can be reaching once these are in and established. Beautiful fragrance you're going to get. Pollinators are going to be invited into your garden, and they are a hardy perennial plant. Just put them in, it should be 5 varieties actually, sorry, it's 3 bulbs of 5 varieties, so you're getting 15 in total there. Yeah, gorgeous colours, gorgeous fragrance, wonderful height, and nice, strong, sturdy stems. And make sure they're in free draining soil. They don't want to sit wet in winter, but that's how you make sure they come back for you next year. The brown turkey is available for you as well. This is your wonderful fig plant. If you're looking to grow figs in the UK, then brown turkey is the best variety because it's the hardiest. Once it's established, this can cope with -15 temperatures. You know, it'll shrug it off. And if you really want fruits on here, then do consider containerizing it, or making sure the roots are, you know, just contained. What's the word I'm trying to say? Make sure the roots have got hug, basically. They like to be contained, restricted. Those are all the words I was looking for, thank you. 340029 is the item number if you'd like to go for the big brown turkey. It's £11.04 if you want to go for one of those, but you can double up and go for 2 if you're looking for those with extra savings as well. Compost, of course you need some compost. Now this is going to work for the majority of things we've got and you've got in your garden. We do have a few things on the show today that need ericaceous, and we have a version of that available if you need your ericaceous. But your compost, the Premium Professional, truly is a premium professional compost. We use it here at the nursery. It's packed with the most amazing ingredients: a slow release fertilizer, a wetting agent. It's our most highly rated item that we bring you, and it's the thing we actually sell the most of. I will never use a different compost now. I know the results I get with this, and that's why I always use it. 100064, your item number if you want to go for that. I have been so excited to show you these, so excited to show you these, so excited to show you these. This is the first time we brought them in.
Yeah, kind of.
It was...
We did a sneaky tease.
We did
yesterday,
a sneaky peek. Oh, you did not, did you?
I'm saying no more.
How dare you? These were supposed to be for the...
I just do what I was told. That's my cop-out.
Naughty.
Look
I'm
at these,
saying
though.
naughty.
This is a moment, isn't it? This is a moment. That's what this is.
Look at those. That's the twin pack of the round rainbow planters. They are the 33 centimetre pots. We were looking at these back in, it was like August, September time, and we were told we had to wait. But we have now got them in stock. You can get 2 of these for £16.98. It is the nice big size as well. So we do have another size as well coming up at some point, but these are the ones you can get your free postage on at the moment, and you will get both of them. Plastic pots.
But they feel so smooth. They actually feel like they're glazed.
They do.
Literally, they've got that sheen, that shine. Everything tells you these are glazed like terracotta pots. But when you pick them up, you realise they're not, because they're super, super lightweight. You've got beautiful, great big drainage hole in the middle there as well. And you've got some little reservoirs around the edge, so we'll hold on to a little bit of water for you. UV stable, frost resistant, lightweight, tough, strong, stunning and beautiful. These are really kind of out there. They're going to brighten up your garden. I'm just straight off the top of my head, something I would definitely love to grow in one of these would be a red hot poker.
Oh, yes.
One of those in there. Can you imagine that? Those beautiful kind of orangey red flower spikes, those big spiky
Lucifer,
leaves.
I think would work in here with the
yeah, because that would pick up on the reds as well, wouldn't it?
Anything white would go in here, I think. I love them. I think these are fantastic. I often talk about how, sometimes you need a plain pot because you actually want the flowers to stand out more. But I think it's very much about the pairing and the combination, isn't it?
Definitely.
And I do also think, if you think about the more miserable times of the year, having these brightly coloured pots really are going to make a big difference in your garden, aren't they? During the winter months, the colder months, when there's not as much colour, that's going to make a massive difference. Yeah, a lemon, wine. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, as soon as
I'm
you
going to put my lemon tree in it.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you see, like, I could bring it up to you if you like, but yeah, so as soon as you look at that, how gorgeous does that look in there straight away?
And when you've got the lemons growing and it picks out that yellow colour in there, that's going to be fabulous. Yes, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them, and I'm going to put my lemon tree in one of these. Right, it's 130723, the item number. Everybody's saying apparently that they love them. Jules and Rachel and loads of other people as well. Grab those, get them in your basket. I thought it was the first time we were showing them to you. Matt's in trouble.
We did a little tease on TikTok last night. Yeah,
Naughty people.
We kind of walked past them and kind of semi-hid them.
Right.
But now you can this is the proper reveal
this
this morning.
This is the proper reveal. You are the special people, absolutely. £16.98 is your price if you want to go for those. Grab those, get them in your basket. I'm going to be getting myself some of those very soon as well. All right, let's move on.
Love them.
Really love them as well. They're UV stable, they're frost resistant as well, by the way, so just the same as our other plastic pots. They're designed to last you for many years. Sneak peek of what's coming up in a little while for you. We've got the Wisteria back in, we've got raspberries coming, we've got the buddleia standards, we've got the lemon tree, which we've also sneakily peeked, showed you as well. We'll come back to those in a little while, but we're going to go over here to the Nandina first of all. So we've got the Nandina evergreen, but this one is the lemon and lime.
Lemon and lime, more lemon and limes.
More lemon and lime.
But this time in a shrub. They're called lemon and lime because the new foliage comes through a nice bright, if you like, lemony colour. And then it tones down to these lovely dark lime-shaped leaves. But Nandinas are such awesome shrubs. Loads and loads of reasons. First of all, they stay beautiful and compact. You can see them there at the nursery, look. And when they're outside in the proper light, you can really see that lovely colour contrast between the new foliage and the older foliage, or the more mature foliage. Don't worry about those white marks you can see on the leaves. That's just the lime that comes out the water where we water. We're in a hard water area. But that, once you plant this outside, that will wash off of there. These only get to probably about 50 to 60 centimetres tall, so they're nice, compact plants, frost tolerant, drought tolerant, they don't need clipping or shaping, pots and containers, beds and borders, sandy soil, clay soil, they can flower for you, lovely white flower heads, produce red berries, just one of the easiest shrubs to grow.
Right, Nandina lemon and lime, 511269. It comes in the 17 centimetre pot and it's £12.74 for you. Going to just address a couple of questions. Skylar will come to you, my lovely, on peonies. But Bill, first of all, how do you order on the website? Prices more money. Right, there's a couple of things you've got to do, Bill, in order to get the prices that we're showing you on the screen. So, see all of these details on the side here. It gives you your item number, your item description, and there's a few different prices down there as well. The one in red is the price that you will pay if you are not a club member. The price in yellow is the price that you will pay if you have joined the club. Now, it's quick and easy to do. It costs £10, but that is your membership for 12 months. Full membership, 12 months, costs you £10, and you're going to save 15% off for everything that you buy from us, either from the shows or the website. But it's only via the on the items that we have in the shows where you can get free postage. And to get that free postage, you're going to enter that code that you can see on the screen there. You see the bit that says YGTV0626 on the website where it says, do you have an offer code? You put in this week's offer code. Our offer codes actually stay live for 2 to 3 weeks. So sometimes you can order from last week's code. You can catch up on all of the shows on the website, on YouTube and on Facebook as well. So as you can see, Stu's put the rainbow planters into his basket and it's showing £24.98 with £6.99 postage. It's showing a £5 saving at the moment. But as Stu enters that code, look, can you see what happens? The postage has gone and the price is reduced as well. So I brought that down to £19.98. And as you can see, look, it also says underneath, join our club today and save £3. So if you click on there, it will also add the £10 cost of the joining the club into your basket. But you'll instantly save £3. And then obviously the next time you order, you'll get those discounts. Plus you're going to get vouchers put into your account as well. 4 £5 vouchers, £20 in total, and a couple of postage vouchers. So if you are shopping the website, you can get free postage on those orders as well. I hope I've made that clear for you. It's nice and simple, and if you love your gardening, you will be quids in by joining that club. Skylar wanted to know, Baldrick first. Is Ericaceous compost on the website? Yes, Baldrick, absolutely. And you will still get your discount on that as well. What we're going to recommend to you is actually do that as a separate order, because then it will be free shipping on its own anyway. Our bagged products are free shipping, so don't worry about that. Just do it as a separate one. Yeah, there you go. Look, product code, by the way, is 100042. Yes, and Skylar wants to know how far apart she should plant peonies. Very much depends on the peony, but the dinner plate ones, if it's those ones you're looking at,
at least a couple of 2 or 3 feet apart, give us some nice bit of space. I mean, you can plant some smaller, low-growing perennials in between, but yeah, give the actual peonies a nice big gap in between each one.
Up to a metre, aren't they?
They do, and they want...
Over time.
Yeah, so they're very impressive plants, though, so a good 2 or 3 foot minimum between each one.
Until you've been playing in the compost.
Yeah, the dirty hands.
Right, any other questions, let us know in the chat on YouTube, Facebook, or you can send us an email on ygtv@yougarden.com. Right, we're going to take you onto the blackberries now, but not those prickly blackberry bushes that annoy you when you're trying to pick the fruits on. This one is thornless.
Look, you can
rub it on your face.
Rub it on your face, look.
If you want to.
If you want to, just to prove the point. There's no thorns, there's no spines on this, which is really good. So if you've been blackberry picking as a kid, or you end up blackberry picking, you put your hand in to get that big blackberry in the middle. As you pull your arm out, you get all those backward-facing thorns sticking in your hands, sort of tears and all that kind of stuff. Not with this. So this gets to about a couple of metres tall. You can actually spread this out on some wires or some trellis or some fencing, something like that, in a nice sunny position. Sorry, I need to interrupt you. Apologies, we brought the wrong product into the potting shed. We have brought the 1.7 litre pot in, but actually what you're going to get is 3 9 centimetre pots. That was my fault.
Apologies, everybody. Stu's just going to go and have a quick look to see what he can see. But you can see on the details there, it says Thornless variety, 3 9-centimetre pots. Carry on, Adam.
But the narrative is the same. So basically, you're going to get the smaller ones in the 9-centimetre pots, but they are completely thornless, which is great. So, come that time, midsummer into autumn, when you go blackberry picking in your garden now, you can let the kids get involved. There's no spines or thorns for the dog or cat or anything to kind of prickle themselves on. But you will get really beautiful, delicious, sweet, full-size blackberries from these over a long period of time. This variety gets to about a couple of metres tall. You just need something to support it on, so some trellis work, some wires, something along those lines. That's all it needs in that sunny position, perhaps sort of south or west facing. They'll fruit for you year after year after year. And once it becomes really, really established, you'll get multiple stems on this, and of course the more stems you get, the more fruit you get. And all you need to do pruning wise is, don't do this in the first year, but after a couple of years or so, at the end of the fruiting season, remove the cane that has fruited completely down to ground level, and then tie in the new shoots that develop that year to the left-hand side, just to one way.
It's a bit like a raspberry.
Yeah, and then the following year, they will become your fruiting canes. And the new shoots that come up the following year, you turn to the right, and they will be your fruiting canes for the year after that. That way you're keeping next year's fruiting canes and this year's fruiting canes separate, and it makes it really easy to prune them. But if you want blackberries without tears, go for these.
Okay, so it will be the 3 9-centimetre pots. Apologies, we don't have them to show you, but bear in mind, blackberries do grow very quickly as well. And if you want to get hold of those, you'll be able to go onto the website and have a little look at the pictures and things that we've got there. 310202 is the item number. Anthony, I've emailed you back. Tell me which pots you're looking at, will you, please? And we'll see what we can do for you. He's still showing postage on some pots that he's trying to order. Let us know which pots those are, and we'll have a look into that for you. Ian apparently wants to know, is the Crimson Bonfire coming in? Yes, I've asked the same question because I grew that myself last year. I was told mid-Feb that will be in, so I think we are just days away from that coming in. So keep an eye out for that because it will be in very, very soon. Is that going to be
bare root again or potted?
It'll be a bare root, but it's the one that has the amazing dark foliage on it.
I love
Crimson
that
Bonfire.
one.
I grew it last year and I got so many peaches on it first year.
And it's naturally dwarf, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's really
brilliant.
tiny.
I love it.
Small plant, big peaches.
All right, moving on. We've got the rhododendrons for you, or should I say the Japanese azalea collection. Essentially, it's exactly the same thing now, isn't it? They've reclassified it all.
I think they're calling them all rhodies now.
Rhodies and azaleas are all the same thing.
Yeah.
But yes, here you go. You're going to get 3 of the 9-centimetre pots. You're going to get a red, a pink, and a white included.
These are so nice. I remember growing one just like that when I was a kid, and I was so proud of it because sort of April, May every year, it just exploded with masses, hundreds and hundreds of gorgeous flowers. You can see in the pictures there, the foliage disappears underneath the amount of flower, and they look like this for a good kind of 2 to 3, even 4 weeks, depending on what the weather does. Very easy to grow. They'll grow in sun, they'll grow in dappled shade, they'll grow in a woodlandy kind of situation as well. They've just got one thing they're particular about and they demand of you is they do need an acid soil. But don't let that put you off, because if you haven't got acid soil, they make really amazing, fantastic pot plants. They'll grow very happily in pots and containers for years and years and years. Use the ericaceous compost, and every spring, mid-spring, just enjoy these incredible clouds of beautiful flowers in the white. You've got the red and you've got the pink below. You'll adore these. They are super tough. They do not care how cold it gets during the winter time. They're evergreen as well, these particular ones, so they keep their foliage through the winter. They will drop leaves in the spring as the new foliage comes through. But you can see there, real sort of rooty beauties on those.
Yeah.
So, of course, if you've got rhodies and azaleas already grown in your garden, thriving, looking really green and happy, put them straight in the ground. But if not, grow them in a pot and just give yourself a carnival of colour, basically, every spring.
510804, the item number on that one. You can double up, of course. You can get 6 of those, 2 of each colour. Put 2 lots into your basket and you will get those. If you do want to see the rainbow planters again, we will bring those back in very shortly. I know everybody's excited about those. Of course they are. We knew you would be. I am as well. Moving on, then, we've got the Pieris collection for you. Now, this is the 3 9cm pots you're getting in here as well. And if you are looking for acid-loving ericaceous plants, this is really good, isn't it? Because we've got 2 next to each other here.
Yeah, I mean, if you got hold of the azaleas, you fancy these, we'll get 3 of these as well, because they love growing in the same conditions. So exactly the same story as with the azaleas. If you've got that acid soil, they can go straight in the ground. If not, and you still want to grow these, grow them in pots and containers using the ericaceous compost. And these actually like that sort of dappled shade kind of area. So if you imagine the sort of places where your Loropetalum or your Japanese maples grow, that's where these will grow. Cool, damp, moisture retentive soil. But the nice thing about the fact we're giving you 3 varieties is when the new leaves come through, you're getting that sort of different coloration with each of the leaves, but also you've got a variegated, and you've got the red colour and you've got the green. So yeah, you've got 3 different sort of types of sort of mature foliage colour, and then each one has a slightly different foliage colour when the new foliage comes through. They'll all flower for you with those beautiful little lantern-shaped flowers in spring that are real magnets, by the way, for pollinators. They really go berserk for these. I mean, look at that. That says it all there. You've got the gorgeous new foliage, you've got the mature foliage, and you've got the flowers as well. And the pink one, well, that is a real beautiful lipstick pink on there. Really, really amazing. So you've got the forest flame, you've got the flaming silver, and you've got the mountain fire there. 3 distinctly different varieties, but they all grow in very, very similar conditions.
They do indeed. Beautiful. 511126, the item number. It is a triple pack, but you can double up and you can get 6 of those if you want to. That would be 2 of each variety. So get those ones into your basket. Honestly, those are really beautiful, and those flowers that appear are gorgeous as well. Right, moving on. Actually, just a quick one. Tony is trying to order rainbow pots and a barley, and he's saying that even though he's logged in and entered the code, it's still showing postage. Can you have a little look, Stu, and see if there is an issue? We're going to replicate that basket and have a little look, Tony. I hope you're watching and not just emailing, and we'll see what we can do. Moving over, though, we've got a Rose of the Week for you, which is our Lady Marmalade. Proper marmalade colour.
Yeah, a really kind of rich, deep-coloured one, this as well. Rose of the Year in 2014. And it's a floribunda rose, this one. So that basically means that you're going to get sort of clusters of flowers on the end of each stem. When we talk about a hybrid tea, we talk about kind of a one big rose on the end of the stem. But on this one, we're talking about clusters. We just need to change the L on that one there. And then basically, it's got a medium fragrance as well on this one, which is really, really nice. And it only gets to about 90 centimetres tall. So really, really easy to grow in pots and containers, easy to grow in the ground as well, and it will repeat flower for you. So from about June time, in fact, sometimes even earlier these years, I've seen roses come into flower in May, late May, when we had a summer like we did last year. So you'll get that repeat flower, compact, easy to grow, medium fragrance. And it was Rose of the Year in 2014, which kind of says it all to me, and really healthy disease-resistant foliage on that rose as well. And it comes to you as a potted rose. All you need to remember to do is just make sure the little knuckly bit at the top here is at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. And it will grow away, and it will definitely flower for you this year.
Okay, Tony, we're going to go onto the website. We're going to start from the beginning. Hopefully this helps, but let's have a little look. You do have to make sure you've got the correct rainbow pots. He does say he's gone onto the live page on the website, so hopefully that means he's using this link, but let's go through and have a look, shall we? So go to add to basket here. Don't click into the product. Go straight to add to baskets. Go back to the page. Go for the barley, add to basket, and then let's go in and have a little look and see what happens. Okay, so we've got 2 items, but the rainbow planters are a twin pack. Enter the code YGTV0626 and apply the code. And it is coming up as free shipping. So Tony, what I want to make sure of, because we do have different options on the rainbow planter. So if you are clicking into it, you've got to have the 2 by 33 centimetre. That's a 23 centimetre that Stu's hovering over. It's the 33 centimetre. It's that one. The item number ends 723. That's the one that's got the free postage. The other options aren't within the show, so to speak, so those will have postage on. We can't get rid of the postage on those. It's the two 33 centimetre ones that we've got available as free postage on the show today. Hopefully that helps. I'm hoping it's just a selection error there, not another issue. If you're still finding you've selected everything correctly as we have just shown you and it's still showing postage, I would urge you to get in touch with our customer services department who'll be able to look, because it's definitely the two 33 centimetres that are available today with the saving and the free postage. Give that a go to Anthony and see if that fixes the problem for you.
I love these. Look at the flipping shine on them.
I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Look at that. These are stunning. Really, really. Plastic pots have come on. I mean, goodness me, when I was a nipper, and like plastic pots were horrible.
Yeah.
They were flimsy. You saw
I imagine
the
they would be
seams
in the
with joins
1800s.
Well, I hadn't discovered oil by then, so like it's very difficult to make them. But yeah, I mean, you look at them now in 2026, and you would definitely, if you saw this in somebody's front garden, you'd think to yourself, they've got those most beautiful. If you go in, wouldn't you say to your other half, they've got most beautiful glazed pots down the road there. They've got lovely rainbow kind of glazed pots. They must have cost a flipping fortune. But of course, these don't, because they're plastic. They're UV stable, frost resistant, lightweight. Really, really rigid, strong pots as well. These are not flimsy. These are really sturdy plastic pots. You've got the drainage hole in the bottom there as well. There you go, little drainage hole there. And you've got little raised areas either side, which actually will store a little bit of water, and then eventually overflows into the drainage hole. So that sort of keeps them sort of hydrated longer. But yeah, I think these are going to be very, very popular. And these are just the start of our new pot range. Wait till we show you the rest, honestly.
There's so many pots coming in very, very soon. All right, 130723 is the item number if you'd like to go for the rainbow planters. Two of those 33 centimetres, which is about 13 inches, available for you right now. Right, we are moving over to the Wisteria Amethyst Falls, which I know doesn't look like much at the moment, but very soon it's going to look amazing and will flower this year.
Well, I'll let you talk about this. You're the Amethyst Falls Wisteria queen.
I've got two of these growing. I've been growing them for a few years now, and I absolutely adore them. It's an American variety of wisteria that will flower in the first year and for many years. And Stu's shouting at me. No, hang on. And you can keep it nice and compact. Let me take you back to the flowering in the first year. A lot of people have to wait, don't they? You get a new wisteria, you can wait 5 years,
easily.
7 years.
Yeah.
I've been in touch with people who have waited even longer than that, 10 years, 15 years, for their wisteria to flower first
I've
year.
known people whose wisterias have never flowered.
Exactly.
Just leaves forever.
This one will flower in the first year. It's got this precocious flowering habit, so you do not have to wait. And you can keep it a bit more compact. So for the first few years, it'll naturally stay a bit more compact anyway. After that, it's much easier to keep it compact with pruning. Now, wisteria, we know, other varieties, it can turn into an absolute monster. And some people want that. Some people are happy with that. But a lot of us in our homes and our modern gardens can't cope with the monster wisteria. We don't want the extra pruning that comes with that. This one is really easy, and all I do is prune mine twice a year. I prune the whippy growth that happens in summertime, so about July, August time. I might do it a couple of times actually. You know, that whippy growth that comes off.
Yeah.
And then in winter time, and I haven't done it yet, I need to do it soon actually. January, February is perfect
time. Yeah, you've still got time.
Just trim those growths back again, and that's it. That's all you have to do. It keeps it nice and compact and keeps it flowering.
Have you got
as well.
your pick in your phone? Is it putting you on the spot? Your tower pot pick?
I get it. I get it. You keep talking.
Because that's the thing. Bex grew this in a tower pot. That's how nice and compact it is. If you imagine growing a traditional wisteria in a tower pot, I'll grab a tower pot. Stu just said, "What's a tower pot?" I'm always, see, I shouldn't assume, should I? This is a tower pot, so you can grow it in one of these. It's that compact. And if you plant it in one of these, well, plant it so it goes round and around and around, helter-skelter style. That way you'll get it to cover all the way top to bottom. But if you try to do that with a traditional wisteria, one of the old types of wisteria, well, it would just be too big. It would take over. I've seen lots of these in different customers' gardens, and one of these is probably just ideal for covering like a 6x6 fence panel. Wow, there we go. Look at this. See, this is what you can do with this. So
it's in a tower pot. I mean, that was May So perfect, actually, flowering, perfect time for flowering. There they are with the pollinators on them as well. I mean, the pollinators go absolutely nuts for this plant. They adore it. And I've got another one, if you come back a minute, Stu. So that's it in the tower pot, but I just want to show you the other one that I've got, which is in the, is that the right one? I don't know if I've got it in the right, have I got the right video? Yes. So this is the one that I've got growing in a pot with an obelisk as well. It goes, and you can see, look, I'm going right up to the top of the obelisk there. That's just the guttering on my conservatory, basically. And that's my oldest one, okay? So I've had that one for about, I don't know, 7 years, 8 years, something like that. And I've kept it compact. I've kept it to that size. So you can see that you can actually grow this in a couple of different places, and it's not going to take over and cover the wall of your house.
And if you kind of imagine, like if you'd put an ordinary variety of wisteria in there, there's no way you could have kept it in that pot for 8 years.
Absolutely not.
And if you had left it in there, it would have just completely kind of become too big, straggly. It just looked a complete mess. Yeah. Whereas you've been able to keep that compact enough, but it will still flower all the way from the top to the bottom. And I've just dropped this into the little rainbow pot as well there, just to show you. You could probably actually grow it in here for the first couple of 2 or 3 years at least, because it's compact enough. Leave it against the wall to grow onto some other trellis, water it, feed it. Yeah, and so...
It's such a beautiful plant, honestly. Both of mine are potted, remember that. Both of them are potted. One's 7 or 8 years old, the other one's, I think this is the 3rd year or the 4th year for the other one.
And fragrant flowers as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they do have a fragrance. I'm going to say they're not as fragrant as other varieties of wisteria, but they do have a beautiful fragrance to them. For me, it's the compact nature of it, which is why I want to have this in my garden. If you want to, you can leave it on the bamboo that's already there. I did with one and I didn't with the other, so it's entirely up to you. I think it very much depends on where you are planting it. It's a great time to get it now if you want to remove it from the cane that's here, because it's bare of its leaves. It's going to be easier to remove it, and the way I would do that is get your secateurs and just snip through bits of this and remove them in little pieces, basically. Remove your bamboo bits in little pieces, and then you can do whatever you need to do with the rest of the plant. Or, you know what, you can just leave it in there. The one that's in my tower pot still has the bamboo canes. They will gradually, over time, eventually just disappear. Yeah. The plant will grow around it. 550308 is the item number for your Wisteria Amethyst Falls. Flowers in the first year and remains nice and compact. £25 and 49 pence is the price if you would like to go for that. And if you would like the rainbow pots that it is in, this is a twin pack. You will get 2 of the 33 centimetres, that's 13 inches, saving £10 on that one. Your discount club price is £16 and 98 pence, and that's for both of them. So £8.50 each. That's an awesome price. That's like a bargain pot price, but for an absolute phenomenal quality pot. I think that's the sort of price you'd be paying for, you know, those cheap, nasty pots you buy in the bargain stores that are not UV stabilised, that are not frost resistant, that last a season and then get brittle and crack and break. This is an amazing quality one, and they're brand new. We shouldn't discount them when they're brand new. I mean, come on, everybody. £8.50 each, basically, as a club member. That's currently the only way that you can get them with no postage. Make sure you're using the code YGTV0626 to get your free postage on that one. It's frantic, isn't it, today?
We could do like a really nice little segue on this, actually, because we're going from something that flowers in the first year to something that will fruit in the first year.
Very nice.
Which these will do, because these are our long cane raspberries. Now, quite often, when you buy raspberries in the garden centre, you will see that they're chopped off about here. Yeah. And they've got like a cable tie something round them. So what do you do with those? You take them home, you plant them, you wait for lovely green shoots to come up, and then 18 months later, those shoots finally give you fruit. That's a long wait, isn't it? I mean, from planting them. These, you get these home, you plant them, and you pick fruit this summer. It's first season, because what we've done is we've left all the flower buds on from last year. Raspberries fruit on the previous year's canes. These are last year's canes, and this is this year's fruit. These little buds here, a lot of these will be flowers for you, and flower buds means fruit, which is absolutely brilliant. None of that just looking at sticks for a year and a half waiting. You can get your own scrumptious, sweet, delicious, mouth-watering raspberries this year. And what will happen is, during the summer, once they establish, you'll see some beautiful new green shoots come up at the base of these. Look after those shoots, because those shoots will then be your fruiting canes for 2027.
Yeah.
And then at the end of this year, what you can do with this year's canes after they're fruited, just remove that, and then the process repeats year after year. So from year one, you get your own raspberries.
£2 per cane is your delivered price on that one. Club members, £1.70 per cane. And raspberry canes last a few years, don't they?
Oh, ages, yeah. Because the thing is, they renew every year.
Yeah,
so,
of course. So you get the new ones coming up.
The new ones come through. Digging lots of nice organic material into the soil before you plant them. And they're very, very easy to grow.
330018 is the item number if you want to go for your summer fruiting raspberry canes. Use your code YGTV0626. Just a quick reminder of those rainbow planters. Neil, yes, my lovely. Ceanotha Standard, absolutely, it will be happy in there. So yeah, go for it. If you want to put the Ceanotha Standard in there, you can go for that, no problem. Okay, so those are 130723, the item number if you want to go for those. £16.98 for both of them. Right, we're going to give you a quick reminder, and then we're going to change the table. We've got more plants to show you. We've got the Nandina Lemon and Lime. It's an evergreen plant, grows to about 1.2 metres in height, super low maintenance and tough and hardy. You can plant it anywhere in your garden. 511269 is the item number for that one. We've got the Thornless Blackberry. This is the one that comes in the 9-centimetre pot, so you're going to get 3 of those. It doesn't have thorns. Yay! You don't have to prickle on your hands and all the rest of it whilst you're picking those blackberries, and you can make your own apple and blackberry rhubarb crumble, whatever it is you want to do. 310202, the item number. 1102 is your discount club price on that one. Another 3-pack of the 9 centimetres. We've got the rhododendrons, the Japanese azaleas. Double up deal available. You can get 6 of them if you want to. You'll get a red, a pink and a white. Totally hardy, evergreen plants smothered in some of the most showy, gorgeous flowers you could imagine, bridging the gap between your spring bulbs and your summer flowers. That's what we love about rhodies and azaleas. £12.72 for 3, but you can double up if you want to and get extra savings. Another triple pack that loves its ericaceous compost, just like the rhodies, is your Pieris. You're going to get Forest Flame, Flaming Silver and Mountain Fire, and it's that beautiful different colour foliage that you're getting coming through. There's variegation, but you're also, oh yes, the flowers. They look like lily of the valley flowers. You get sprays of those coming across the plant. It is evergreen, it is hardy, it just needs that ericaceous compost, and they can get much bigger if you want to plant them into borders, but you can container grow these as well and keep them a bit smaller. 511126 is your item number. Every week we bring you a rose of the week. We work with Harkness Roses. We supply all of their roses, and Harkness have been breeding roses since, oh, I've forgotten now, it's 17 something, isn't it? 17, a long time ago basically. And they are multi-award winning rose breeders, naturally disease resistant roses because they've been pesticide free since the mid-90s. This one is called Lady Marmalade. It's an absolute gorgeous rose, wonderful colour to it. They're disease resistant, they're hardy, they're easy, and they flower repeatedly. Oh, it's 1879. Thank you, Stu. Sorry, not 17, 1879. That Harkness Roses have been bred. They're still a family-run business now. Now, this is going to repeat flower for you right the way through from May, June time, all the way through to October, November time. And as long as you do a bit of deadheading and you do an annual prune on your roses, it will keep it healthy, happy, and flowering consistently for you. $15.29, and it's a potted rose as well, by the way. It's not a bare root. You're paying a bare root price for a potted rose. 780206 is the item number. A wonderful magnolia. Get this in your garden now and enjoy those magnolia flowers for many years to come. It's the yellow bird. It's just something a bit different, isn't it? Everybody's got the Solangiana. Yes, it's pretty, but everyone's got it. Get yourself the yellow one. Why not? Tulip-shaped flowers, beautiful flowering nature. The flowers tend to come out just before the foliage really, you know, takes hold, and that really makes it very, very beautiful. This one does need ericaceous compost though, so bear that in mind. If you've got acid soil in your garden, great. If not, container grow it. It can get very big in the ground though, so that would be a, you know, a true spectacle. If it ever gets too big, you can pollard magnolias quite happily. My mum and dad have done theirs multiple times. 510969 is the item number. And then you've got the magnolia, no, you've got the Wisteria, Amethyst Falls. Flowers in the first year. Yes, it does. Right, these are images from the nursery from last year when they were in bloom. It's not in bloom at the moment. It's not even got foliage on it at the moment. It is a deciduous plant, but it's totally hardy, comes into leaf and bloom every single year, and pollinators adore it. And also this variety is one that you can keep more compact. Unlike a lot of other varieties that you can get that are monsters, this one can stay a little bit smaller. The bees really do love this one though. I've got 2 of them in my garden. 550308 is your item number, and it's £25.49 for that one. Right, we need to remind you about the compost. Just have a little slurp of my drink, because that's a lot of talking.
It is. Got wet your whistle, as they say.
Wet the whistle. Right, yes, we need to bring you to the compost, which I know we've got a lot of ericaceous acid-loving plants in the shed today, but I always say about this compost, probably 98% of the things you've got in your garden, it's probably going to be this compost that you're going to use, because it's the best.
It is. Houseplants, nearly all my houseplants, apart from my orchids and cacti, are in this. I repot them into this every year. Seeds, cuttings, plug plants, fruit, vegetables, trees, shrubs, bare root, improving the soil. So many uses for this. I've dug bags and bags and bags of this into my garden. I've got very sandy, well-drained soil, which is nice this time of year, because despite all the rain, I can walk on my lawn. It's not all squelchy, but in the summer, it dries out really quick. Now I've dug loads of this in. It's holding on to the moisture, it's holding on to the nutrients. So from there, all the way into indoors with my houseplants, I'm covering that entire range with this. It's a peat-reduced compost, been peat-reduced for a long time, and even some of the small amount of peat we use is made from renewable sources using something called sphagnum moss. But what we've got as a kind of a large constituent of this is something called composted wood fibre. And that keeps this compost really light, open, airy. It lets the air and the oxygen and the water penetrate down to the roots. And also, if you're a tiny little seedling or a little cutting, you can very quickly get your roots down into this and get yourselves established. You can see Sean here potting up various things. He's potting up that pencil cypress. He was potting up some bedding plants in troughs and containers. It holds onto the moisture as well, which is good, and that's what that small amount of peat element does. But you can see the fibrousy nature of it there, the composted wood fibre. That creates drainage. You get the perfect balance. Slow release fertiliser beads in here, which are going to feed your plants for up to 6 months. That wetting agent, Bex watered this really well earlier on, but the water didn't cascade off. It soaked straight in, because it's like kitchen towel when it comes to soak the moisture in, which is really, really good. And it's nicely pH balanced. It's not too acid, not too alkaline, so it suits the vast majority of plants. It's our most 5-star rated product. If you've not bought this before, just ask other people in the chat with you right now. There'll be lots of people in the chat who have bought this who will swear by this, honestly. So many repeat purchases on this, and it really will turn you into what we call a compost snob, because once you start using it, you won't want to use any more. In fact, our lovely Stu is so in love with this product that he bought Bex, Matt and myself some socks for Christmas, and it's got "I'm a compost snob" on the socks. We'll wear, once the weather warms up and we get kind of shorts and stuff on, we'll show you. We'll model them and show you.
All right, it really is the most purchased product from us at YouGarden. Bear in mind, we have thousands of plants available, and we've been in business for over 20 years. This is the item that we sell the most of every single year, and it's because people have used it and they've learned how good it is. It's our highest rated item as well. I used to be the person who used to buy the cheapest compost available, but actually now I have learnt. Now I know that using the best compost really does give you better results. It changes your abilities as a gardener. If you change one thing, it's use the best compost. 100064 is the item number if you'd like to go for that.
Just one quick thing though.
Yes?
For bulbs, you need bulb fibre, don't you?
No, you don't. Oh, my word.
And for seeds, you need Johnness number 1.
Absolutely
for cuttings,
not.
You need number 2. And for potting on, you need number 3, don't you?
Yeah. It's nonsense.
Don't fall for that.
It's nonsense.
This is all you need.
It's
for
great
everything.
marketing to make you buy lots of different bags of compost that you half use and then you don't use the rest of them.
This covers the whole range.
It really does.
Seriously, it does.
All right, 100064 is the item number if you'd like to go for your compost. You get it delivered direct to your house, and with our bagged products, it does come with free postage anyway, but use your code to make sure that you are getting your savings on there as well. Right, shall we move on to some more plants? Yes, let's do it. We're going to the middle. Yeah, let's go here. We're going to talk about potatoes next. We're going to talk about potato growing. Actually, we're going to start talking about potatoes, and then we're actually going to show you how to plant these as well. So give them a quick overview, and then we'll go to that video to show them how to plant.
Yeah, so we've got 3 gorgeous varieties of potato. We've got Desiree, we've got Rocket, we've got Charlotte. So we've got an early, a second early, and a main crop, which is good because you can get potatoes all the way through the year. One variety will be your salad crop, like Charlotte, for example. So they're the ones you kind of, have kind of with your mayonnaise or your fruit salad, not your fruit salad, your
salad
potato
cream.
Salad and salad cream.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you've got Rocket, which you can boil and have with lashings of mint sauce or a knob of butter and salt and pepper.
Oh, I'm hungry, stop it.
And then you've got your Desiree, your main crop, that's for your chips, your mash, your super crunchy roasts. And they're coming with these beautiful bags, these on the floor there.
Yeah.
They're coming with these polypropylene bags, and you can grow your spuds in these bags, and we'll show you how to do that any second now. And this is such a good way to grow them. It's easy, it's straightforward, it's simple, but the main thing I like about it is the end of the season you just empty these out onto the ground, and you're not spiking them or chopping them in half with the spade or fork when you're trying to harvest them out the ground.
There is no digging, and you can grow them in the smallest of spaces. All you need is the footprint of the 3 bags. Let's see how easy it is to plant your potatoes.
Here at YouGarden, we've got some great potato growing kits, and you've asked us how you can actually use these. How do you grow potatoes in these kits? What we've done here with this particular one, 3 bags with this, by the way, 3 different types of potato. You're getting Desiree, you're getting Rocket, and you're getting Charlotte. You're getting an early, a second early, and a main crop. And as I was saying, 3 of these bags, what you need to do initially is fill each of the bags about halfway, thereabouts. Don't panic about it if it's slightly under, slightly above. As long as it's approximately halfway, that's absolutely fine. Using our professional compost, that will give you the best results. But you do need to prepare your potatoes before planting. Now, there's a process called chitting, and what that means is you actually place the potatoes somewhere bright and light on a windowsill, for example, in an egg carton, and look for the end of the potato where you can see lots of these little eyes. That's the part of the potato you want facing upwards. Put them in the egg boxes or anything else that support them on that nice bright windowsill, and within a few weeks you'll get really beautiful, strong shoots coming up from those potatoes. And the reason we do that is to give the potatoes a head start. If you chit them, they'll start growing away much, much more quickly, and you're going to get that crop much more sooner than you would if you just put them straight in. Once you've got them to that point and you've got the little shoots on there, just take the potato and just press each one down into the compost. And then after that point, we'll put some more compost on top with a little bit of fertilizer. Now I've got my chitted potatoes in place. I've pressed them down into the compost. I'm now going to cover them up with another layer of compost, so they're just nicely nestled under that compost. There we go, spread that out nice and evenly over the top. Then add a little bit of potato fertilizer, just sprinkle that over the top of the compost. And the next stage after that is to give them a really, really good drink. Give them a good soak. You can use a hose or you can use a watering can, and then wait for the magic to happen. After a couple of weeks, you'll start to see those potato shoots come through. And then what you need to do, as they grow, you need to chase them up with the compost. So keep adding more and more compost. Now this will seem really, really weird because you've got these lovely green leaves and you're kind of burying the leaves under the compost, but it's important to do that because as the actual stems develop and grow higher and higher in the bag, they'll send out those little roots, and on the end of those little roots, that's where your potatoes will form. So they need to be in the compost. They need to have the air light excluded as well, so the potatoes don't turn green. And then you just keep lifting the bag up till you get the compost all the way to the top. And then at that point, you can let the top growth just grow. It'll get a couple of feet above the top of the bag. The potatoes will flower for you eventually. And once they're flowered or finished flowering, that's when your potatoes are ready to harvest. the foliage will start to go off colour a little bit. You can remove the foliage at that point, and you can harvest immediately if you want to, or alternatively, you can just put the bag somewhere cool, dry and ventilated, and you can harvest those potatoes whenever suits you. So you decide which way you want to do it. But this is just such a great way, an easy way, a straightforward way of growing potatoes. And also, when you grow them in the ground, and sometimes you try and dig them out, you end up spiking them with the fork, putting like holes through them. With this, literally, you can turn the whole thing out onto a board, onto the garden, anywhere really. Sort out the potatoes, they come out really, really nice and clean. And you can even reuse the compost, putting it on the beds and borders so you don't get any wasted compost as well. So do this, grow your own homegrown potatoes, and believe you me, you will have the most delicious, flavoursome potatoes you've ever grown. And all of the things we've used in this video are available from us here at YouGarden.
So it's nice and easy and doesn't take up much space. You just need to add compost to your order. Bear in mind that those are 45-litre bags. So get yourself, and you don't need the full amount of compost straight away, obviously, because you're just starting at the base there. 350058 is your item number. £11.87. I didn't even notice the price on that one. Grab those while we've got those in stock. Let's go on to our buddleias for you. Now, if you've always wanted a buddleia and you want to have that butterfly garden, but you haven't got the space, because let's face it, buddleias grow massive and they get a bit leggy and they can, bully other plants. This is the option, isn't it?
These were lovely. I so remember watching these flower last year.
They were so good.
They were in kind of a range of colours. But these are great. They're super, super compact. I've just dropped them in the rainbow planters, by the way. They don't come with them.
Great
but
idea.
Just to show you how, and you could grow these in these rainbow planters. They would be big enough, because with these, the stems, the trunks don't get any taller. They'll get slightly wider, but they won't get any taller. Hang on, sneeze alert.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
All the action happens on top. And these have 2 or 3 inch spikes of the most gorgeous, deep, reddish pink flowers for week after week after week, month after month. Keep deadheading, you keep getting these flowers come back, but also they are so sweetly fragranced. They're kind of everything about a buddleia, but miniaturized, shrunk into these beautiful, very easy to look after standards. All you need to do is this, these don't need trimming, but if you ever need to prune them, late winter, give them a little trim back, the new shoots that come through, they will give you the flower growth. They're going to bring in the butterflies, the pollinating insects. But seriously, if you've always coveted a buddleia, if you've always wanted buddleias, but to you, an idea of a buddleia is those great big thuggy things you see along the side of railway lines, great big huge shrubs. Well, that's gone for these. These will only get so big. They'll flower for months. They're tough, they're hardy, they're really drought tolerant, they're fragrant, they bring in the pollinators. And look at that colour. That is
so pretty.
It is so pretty, that colour. And I can remember the fragrance of these, because we've had them in the sample areas. We have big beds of them out in the nursery, and they are candy. Is such a good name for them, because they actually smell like really gorgeous sweets. They've got a really lovely sweet fragrance to them. Beautiful.
Honestly, winter hardy, easy, flower for ages, and bring the butterflies into your garden and stay nice and compact as well. 511662 is your item number. £45 saving on that one. £46.73 is your discount club price, and that is delivered as long as you're using your code and you are a club member. Let's go over here, because we've changed the table over, so we've got some more items to show you, and we're going to one of the customer favourites, the geranium and potentilla mix. This one, every year, for as long as I've been talking about plants with YouGarden for, has been the one that you always go for.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because I was going to say to you, when you and I worked in our previous life, I remember every time we brought these to a show, they sold out. They went. Because, just look at that. It looks almost looks like AI, but it's a mix. 2 different plants, same kind of similar sort of families. So you're getting geraniums. These are the permanent geraniums that come back year after year, and then you're getting another type of plant called potentilla, and these are the herbaceous type of potentillas. They'll grow together, they'll flower together, they'll give you this jamboree of beautiful, stunning colours there that contrast and actually kind of mix and match all at the same time. Full sun, they'll grow in, all parts sun, pots and containers, beds and borders. 3 of each, did you say, in my Stu? 3 potentillas, 3 of the geraniums. Tough, hardy, take any amount of frost in the wintertime. They will definitely bring in the pollinators as well, and 100%. They flower for so long. Seriously, if you're new to gardening, if you want to try something for window boxes, hanging baskets, beds and borders, and they do very well even in poor soil. Quite gravelly, sandy, stony, sort of denuded soils. These are really, really easy. They'll come back year after year. They'll spread. They'll colonise quite a nice area. And pretty much once you've got them established in the first year, there's almost zero to do with these. That they will really take a lot of punishment, whether it's extreme cold in winter or drought in summer. But what they will do, they'll just make you smile and chuckle for month after month. Go for this collection. It's adorable. You'll absolutely be so glad you did.
I would recommend going for the double up deal as well here. Each of those will grow to about 40-50 centimetre spread over the next couple of years. But yeah, 12 of these, frontal borders. I mean, a riot of colour right the way through from June all the way through to October, probably into November, quite frankly. And there's nothing you need to do to them. I am a big fan of a hardy geranium. 580039 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. Here's something a little bit different as well. If you love Lily of the Valley, here is something that you are going to enjoy. This one is the pink Lily of the Valley, and we have a double up deal on this one, just like we've got on the geranium and potentilla as well.
And these, I mean, these are so unusual. I mean, we're used to seeing the white Lily of the Valley, but I've got my first pink Lily of the Valley, hoping it's going to flower this year.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I planted it somebody bought it for me last year after it had flowered. So I planted it somewhere special, but you can do that. And actually, they paid, well, I was with them at the time, so I knew it cost £8 for one in a pot. Yeah, it was in a 9 centimetre pot and it cost £8. So you're going to get 5 of the pips. And basically, a pip is just like a root system.
It's like a bare root, basically.
Yeah,
just think of it as a bare root.
It's a bare root. And these do very, very well in the sorts of places where your snowdrops, your aconites, your bluebells grow. They like... In fact, there's one secret to getting Lily of the Valley to flower, because it is another one of those plants that people say to me, Adam, I can never get these flipping things to flower. Moist soil that never dries out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're a woodland plant naturally, so they're used to having lots of humus-rich soil that stays moist summer and winter time. If you can find that spot, it can be shade or a sort of a dappled sun sort of spot. They will spread, they'll divide, they'll multiply. May time, thereabouts, they'll come up about 6, 7, 8 inches tall. These lovely curved flower heads, a very, very sweet fragrance. Above these sort of almost look like miniature hosta leaves, and they'll give you joy for a good 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, so those are the pink Lily of the Valley pips, or Lally of the Valley pips, whichever way you want to say it. We do have 2, a double up deal available for you, so if you want to get 10 of those pips, you can. Just make sure you add 2 into your basket in order to get those deals, and use your code to get your free postage. I want to find out if Baldrick is still in the chat. And Baldrick, do I know you? I feel like you've used my nickname in the chat there. Let me know. Moving over though, please, we want to go on to the dinner plates. So we've got the dinner plate collection for you, but we do have various dinner plates available as individual items. We've actually got 3 in the show, so if there's specific colours that you want to go for and you don't want the collection, then we've got those 3 available. We're starting here with the one called Monchique.
Monchique. Oh, Monchique.
Monchique. And you're going to get 5 of these bulbs. So if it's the yellow colour that you want, here we go.
And these are tall as well. They're not as tall as the Skyscraper lilies. They're probably about 1/2 to 2/3 the height, of the Skyscraper. And Bex and I suggested the other day, these would be great to underplant under the Skyscraper lilies. So if you really want to go like lily-tastic and just have the most crazy amount of lilies, put your Skyscraper lilies at the back, plant these at the front. Great big flowers, masses of fragrance. These are big, bold, colourful characters that will flower for a number of weeks. They'll bring in the pollinating insects. They'll make you smile. You can grow them in the open ground. You can grow them in pots and containers. In fact, lilies are one of the best bulbs to grow in pots. Moisture retentive soil in the ground. Dig in some of our compost. Plant the bulbs nice and deep. They'll come back for you year after year after year. Sometimes you might even get a couple of stems come up from one bulb once the bulbs have really bulked out. But once they're there, they just come back. Leave them to die down after they're flowered. Don't cut the stems down. Just you can cut the dead flower head off, but just leave the actual stem till it's gone brown in the autumn. Chop it down to about 6 inches, and then you'll know where it is next spring. So these ones are about half the height of the skyscrapers, thereabouts, but big flowers.
Yes, sorry, I've got myself confused there. They're the dinner plate flowers, they're massive, and obviously we've got the skyscraper lilies, which are the tall ones that also have large flowers on there as well. So 650152 if you want them on chic, which is the yellow ones, but we do have other colours available. We've got Red Desire, which is the 5 bulbs, £3 saving, £8.49. 5 bulbs, remember, great as a cut flower, gorgeous fragrance. And we've also got Bonasco up for you, which is a slightly, it's a beautiful pink colour that you've got with this one. 650151 is the item number for that one. Again, you're going to get 5 bulbs, £8.49 for those 5 bulbs. They're perennial as well, remember. These aren't, you know, annuals that you're going to have to buy every single year. They will come back for you as long as you planted them in free draining soil and you've got them in a nice sort of sunny spot. Although, remember what Adam said, they like their roots to be in a sort of slightly more shady spot and the top to be in the sun. Right, yeah, same planting conditions as skyscrapers. Exactly that, yes. Pots and containers or in the ground as well. Now, we've got the gladioli purple art for you. This was brand new to us last year, I think, and I remember everybody went a bit crazy for these because these are so beautiful, a little bit unusual, and we love a gladioli, don't we?
What I'm loving as well about these, Bex, is the size of these bulbs. Flipping huge, or
big
corms.
Bulbs. It's for a gladioli,
yeah. Really nice chunky bulbs. So these are going to definitely flower for you this year. And the nice thing about gladiolis is they're kind of a late summer flowering bulb. So these are going to come into colour for you in August, right the way through to September. But what you'll notice is when you look at the flowers close up, they've got sort of different colours throughout the petals. And even the petals themselves have got like a shaggy kind of edge to them. So these are a real kind of funky, hippie kind of out there kind of gladioli for me. I think these are really fun, really quirky, beautiful colours, and you get bands of colour going across each flower.
They look like they've been tie-dyed, don't they?
That's exactly it, because you get the little pinky colour, then you get some purples, you get whites on the edge. These can get up to sort of 75 centimetres to a metre tall. If you kind of double up on these, you could plant one pack in your kitchen garden or your allotment and have them as cut flowers. And of course, the other pack you can plant in beds and borders, pots and containers. And these just ask one simple thing from you. They like the sunniest spot that you can find, sunny and well drained, and these actually are quite happy to have the sun on the soil at the base of them as well. So if you want colour, if you want drama, if you want a gladiola that is really different, that's going to impress you, your friends, your neighbours, flower for weeks. And what we normally suggest as well with these is don't plant them all at once. So if you're going to, say you're going to double up and you're going to end up with 20 bulbs, I would say plant 5 bulbs 1 week, leave it a couple of weeks, plant another 5 bulbs, leave it a couple of weeks, and so on. Stagger the planting, that way they will flower over a longer period as well. So as one lot just starts to go over, another lot will just start to come out, and that could be either in the ground or in pots and containers.
And that little clip was from Sean's garden. He grew these last year as well, so as you can see, they do have a stunning beauty to them. They work great against that yellow that he's got there as well, don't they? Now, there is a double up deal available for you, so you can get 10 bulbs if you want, or you could go for 20 bulbs. If you want the double up deal where you'll save extra money, then make sure that you put 2 lots into your basket, enter the code, you know, do all that stuff. Make sure you're a club member and you'll get the best deals, the best savings. Final one for you on this table is the Hybrid Tea Rosebush collection. We do a few of these collections. This is your best value for money if you want to get rose bushes in your garden, because in here you are going to get 5 bare root roses. I know it doesn't look like it, but once you unwrap that, there are 5 beautiful hybrid tea rose bushes,
which is your classic Valentine's Day kind of rose. So if you think those lovely long straight stems, a big bold beautiful flower on top of each stem, and they're all colour coded for you as well, so they've got kind of a little tag on so you know which colour's which. You can get 5 beautiful colours. These will repeat flower for you all the way through the summer, from kind of late May into even November, possibly as well. Only to about 90 centimetres tall. Gorgeous colours. Some will be fragrant as well, a medium kind of fragrance. Yeah, I said 90 centimetres tall, so you can grow them in pots which is good, or you can grow them in the ground as well. Just one thing you've got to remember, when you plant them, can't see it on these ones, but when you plant them, you take them out, just make sure the little knuckly bit or the union is at least 1 to 2 inches below the final soil level. Water them in, even now, this time of year, water them in, keep them watered in the spring as they develop, and I tell you what, you will definitely get flowers on these this year, in the first year.
They get bigger and better next year, but you'll get them first year. And you can see these aren't even planted, and
already.
There are growth shoots coming off these already. They are already trying to grow. They haven't been planted, they haven't been watered, there's no compost in there at all, and they are desperately trying to flower.
And all colour tagged for you, so you know exactly which colour's which. Easy to grow.
Club members, by the way, £3.06 per bare root.
Oh, I tell you what, don't bother buying them. Go to a garden centre in late May, June, buy 5 of these pot grown, pay 20, 25 quid each.
Easy. Could be 30 quid each, quite easily. And these will get delivered direct to your door with no postage to pay as well. You can just buy those today, £15.29, no postage to pay. £3.06 each.
March, April, May, June, about 16 weeks from now, these will be flowering.
There you go. All right, 530211 is the item number if you want to go for them. Adam's just talked you through how to plant, but let's watch how to do that.
We sell a vast array of bare root roses here at YouGarden. We've got climbers, we've got hybrid teas, we've got floribundas. But why would I plant a bare root rose? Well, it's a fantastically economic way of planting a rose. It's great for the environment as well because there's no pots or compost. So how do I plant a bare root? Well, critically, the most important thing is this little bit here called the union, or what we call the knuckly bit, needs to be at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. This is where grafting has taken place. It's a process called budding, and it's joining 2 different roses together. The top part is called the scion, the bottom part is called the rootstock. They've been brought together to create a really vigorous rose, but that's also compact and not going to get too big for you, meaning you can grow them in pots or in the ground, and whichever way you plant them, in the ground or in a pot, it's the same process. We're using our professional compost. We've filled this pot up about halfway and just dropped the root in to see how it fits, because you want to make sure the final soil level is about 1 inch below the top of the pot so you can water nicely at the end and it doesn't cascade over the top. But you want to make sure, as I said, this knuckly bit is below the soil level. So I'm just going to lean it to the side, wear a pair of gloves as well, because obviously roses can be a bit thorny, and then just go round and top that rose up with the professional compost. You can lift it up to centre it, and if you ever get any really big roots that stop you from planting the rose dead centre, the really big chunky roots, you can trim those back a little bit if you need to, because it's nice to have the rose nicely centred in the middle of the container. And we're just going to keep adding the compost, filling it up. At some point, you may just want to firm that compost down a little bit. Just make sure, knock all the air and stuff out of it. We're going to do some more scoops, bring it right up, cover that union bit under the compost. And the good thing about that as well, it means the rose will grow away very well. It will become established. It will stop it rocking about in the wind in the winter time, which is important, because just imagine if this rose is blowing about in the wind and the root isn't stable in the ground, it could snap the roots, it could damage the roots, and that's not going to be good for the health of the rose itself. Also, it prevents suckers growing from the rootstock area. So I'm going to just tap this down now, pushing the compost down nicely. I always like to give my pots a little tap either side, and I'm just going to top off with a little bit more compost round the top. Again, tap it so it's nicely even. I've now got that union bit a couple of inches below the soil level. I'll give this a really good soak. If the compost drops down a little bit more, I'll just top it up again. All you've got to do now is just wait till the spring, wait for the magic to happen, and enjoy your beautiful rose flowers the following year. If you'd like this gorgeous pot, or any of our pots, for example, or this rose, and we've got a huge range of roses, or some of our professional compost, it's all available for you here at YouGarden.
Nice and simple process, and you are going to get amazing bare root roses in there. They are hybrid tea, remember, so single flower, single stem, absolutely stunning. £3.06 it works out as per rose there, for a club member that is, of course. All of those educational clips, by the way, you know, helpful tips, advice and all the rest of it, they're all available on our website. They're all available on YouTube as well, on our YouGarden page, so please go in and have a look. We're adding to them as quickly as we possibly can as well. So if you want, we have got loads loads planned for this year. So yeah, keep dipping in and having a look for all of those. 530211 is the item number if you'd like to go for that hybrid tea collection. A few more things to show you. We are here until 4 o'clock, so we've still got a good 15 minutes left. We are going to start back in the middle here with the rainbow pots. We knew these would be very, very popular. This is the twin pack, the 33 centimetre, or what's that? It's 13 inch, thank you, or 13 inch if you work in old money. Look how gorgeous those are.
They are absolutely stunning, and when you lift them up, look at the light. Look at that.
It's pretty, isn't it? It looks like glazed ceramic pot. It definitely does. There is no way you can tell the difference until you go and you pick it up.
They almost look like glass. I mean, they are really, really smooth.
But the benefits of plastic pot over ceramic or terracotta?
Well, loads of weight-wise. I mean, the first thing is weight, because if this was if this was a terracotta pot, a glazed ceramic terracotta pot, it'd be super heavy. But also, you know, sometimes you buy them and they say they're frost-proof.
Yeah, they're not.
And they're not.
They never are.
And then the classic is as well with those ones is, so it's there all winter. Mm-hmm. You decide to move it in the spring. You do this. The rim comes off in your hand, and the pot stays on the floor.
Or you accidentally knock it and it drops off. I mean, I would never do that with a ceramic or a terracotta pot or anything, would I? Whoa.
Whoa.
I would never do it with a ceramic or a terracotta pot because, of course, it would smash, it would break. That would be dangerous.
I'm glad you did that,
not me. With a plastic pot, you're not going to break it as easily, are you?
But I just think, and this is, honestly, I don't want to tease you, but this is just the start of our new pot range.
It is.
You're going to adore the pots we've got this year.
Some gorgeous ones coming, I can't wait.
Unbelievable.
These are my favourites.
Yeah, these are so colourful, and so many things look good in these. I mean, I'll just quickly, just to give you an idea, I mean, I'll just quickly drop the lemon back in for you.
This is what I'm going to do. I reckon I'm going to get these and my citrus. I've got a lemon tree, and I think that's going to look amazing in there. 130723. We can't save any longer on these ones. 33 centimetre pot, 13 inch in diameter. It is a twin pack. You will get two. If you want more than that, obviously add them to your basket. Let's remind you of a few other things, please. We're going over to the favourites table. We need to just give you the details of the fig brown turkey. This is the best variety for growing in the UK.
It definitely is, and I know that from experience. I've been gardening professionally for 40 years. I've visited thousands of gardens, and I'm not exaggerating in probably saying I've seen hundreds of these ficus brown turkey, and I can remember 2 occasions in my head where I've actually seen my customers picking these figs and harvesting them. Sunny position, in a pot or a container against a south or west facing wall, and they will fruit for you in the UK. Sometimes the fruit develop all in 1 year. Sometimes, if towards the end of the year the fruit are a reasonable size, they will stay on the plant through the winter, and then they will continue to develop into the following year. So either way, a bit like citrus. The leaves are gorgeous. Huge, great big tropical looking leaves give your garden a jungly kind of look. They turn the most gorgeous yellow in the autumn before they drop. But when you think of figs, you might think of a plum that is not frost tolerant. These will take the frost during the winter, they'll take drought during the summer. If you're going to plant them in the ground, put some like old bricks or paving slabs or stuff around the root to just constrict the root really, and that will just encourage it to fruit rather than produce leaves.
Double up deal available for you on that 1.7 litre pot, so you can get 2 of them. Add 2 into your basket. Danielle, also known as Baldrick, but called Baldrick because she's got 2 cats. One's called Baldrick and one's called Harry. I'm a dog person, but I love cats as well, and here they are. This is Baldrick and Harry for you. Look at them! Aww. I just want to smush them straight away.
They've got real character looking faces, haven't
they? Gorgeous.
Look at them.
Thank you, Danielle.
Whoa.
You know as well already, we love pet pictures, so thanks for sending that in. Danielle, nice to know your name. I'll probably forget and I'll call you Baldrick again, but thank you. Moving on, carrying on with our favourites table, we have got the Skyscraper collection for you. Now, this is a double up. You can get 15 if you put 1 pack in your basket, but you could be getting 30 of these.
Can you imagine 30 of these flowering?
6 foot high?
Yeah.
Multiple flowers on each?
Last year, I planted my first lot of Skyscraper lilies, and in year one, I did it because you planted them, so you encouraged me. Year one, they got hip height on me last year, and as I said earlier on, from the first bit of colour until the last petal dropping off, it was about 6 weeks. The flowers were big, they were bold, they were colourful. The fragrance was off the scale, and they brought in all the pollinators as well. I was so chuffed because where I planted them, I've got like the side of the next door neighbour's garage wall forms a part of my garden boundary. So it was just a really boring brick wall, and I planted them in front of the wall, and they loved it. So I got the height of them against the wall. This year, I'm hoping they're going to be at least chest height. But the good thing where I had them was that all the perennials came up around the base. It kept the bulbs away from the sun because they like to have cool bulbs or cool roots, but they love to have their shoots and flowers up in the sun. These, in a couple of years' time, will get to 6 foot tall, perhaps 20-25 flowers per plant, drama, fragrance, colour, pollinators, easy to look after. And if you wanted to, with these, the double up deal, you could plant some in your allotment or your kitchen garden. You could have some as cut flowers. You'd only need about 3 in a vase to create a really dramatic display.
It's true.
And just have all the others in beds and borders. But if you've got some big pots or containers, you could grow them in those as well.
650086 is the item number. So you can double up. It is 5 varieties, by the way, not 3 varieties. It's 5 varieties you're getting, and it'll be 3 of each, basically. So 15. And if you're going for 1 pack, but of course, if you're going for the double up deal, you will get double that. 85 pence each as a club member. Right, we're going to go quickly now. Peony Rome. This one is the big peony.
Big flowers, big character, nice fragrance, about 90 centimetres tall. Plant them super shallow. We showed you, I'll quickly show you again. We showed you earlier on the little bare root there. Out you come. There you go. So you can see these lovely shoots. Just plant them so these shoots are just pointing above the soil level. And there's even a chance that these might flower for you this year. But once they're established, 50, 60 years you can keep peonies for. They'll come up eventually with lots of stems. Each stem will have its own kind of number of peony flowers on there. But look at these. I mean, these really are your classic peonies.
Absolutely gorgeous. 580097. £16 saving on that one if you want to get that one in your basket. Make sure you're using your code to get your free postage. We're sticking with the giant theme today. We've got the giant trailing begonias for you, and truly these can reach giant proportions.
Well, the pic you showed earlier on, Bex, again, you know, if some people saw it and said, "Oh, that's AI," that's not real. But I know it's real because I trust Bex, because she's a brilliant gardener. She grows all these things. You know, Bex is going to show you a pic in a minute of one of these that's yellow, and the flower is the size of her face. I mean, these are big, these are bold, and they don't give a monkeys about what kind of winter or what kind of summer we have. If it's hot and dry, they'll be fine if you water and feed them. If it's wet and windy, they'll still look fantastic as well. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this was back in 2024, the last time I grew them. I planted them, I'm growing them again this year. Yes, several of them got that large. I will admit, not every single one got that large, but they have the potential to. That is my face size. Brilliant.
Look at that picture there. Huge, great big flowers cascading down, and even the leaves are stunning as well. You've got those asymmetrical sort of triangular leaves with the very crimpled edges on there. The leaves are dramatic, the flowers are dramatic. They self-deadhead as well, so no need to bother about deadheading. Just basically do 2 things with these: water them and feed them occasionally, and just enjoy the magic of these flowers from midsummer all the way up until the frost finally says, "That's enough, pig," and then they'll stop.
Double up deal available. I would go for the double up deal, honestly. They'll tumble and trail, hanging baskets, window boxes, pots. 630193 is the price on that one. And the final one on the favourites table is the Crocosmia Lucifer. These are the bright red flowers. Real tropical look to these.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, go for these along with the Skyscraper lilies as well, because they'd look good growing in similar areas. These get to about 1 metre tall, great big upright stems, weeks and weeks of these fiery deep red flowers that are kind of branched on little branch structures. If you want pollinators, these bring them in as well. They're tough, they're hardy, they'll come back year after year. They'll form bigger and bigger clumps, which eventually you can lift and divide. Simple demands they have, these. A lovely, lovely, well-drained, sunny spot. Doesn't matter what soil though. and you'll just have these come back year after year.
Double up on that one as well. So many double up deals today. This means you get extra savings. If you want a double up, make sure you put 2 in your basket and then enter the code, and that's how you get those savings, plus the free postage as well on that one. So the double up will give you 20 bulbs in total. We're going back over to the geranium and potentilla, one of the most popular items that we've been bringing you for so many years now. Honestly, for such a long time, for as long as I can remember, every time we bring these in to the potting shed, or in our previous world, this was the most popular item. You're getting 6 bare roots in here.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, that picture just says it all, because the colour mix there is so beautiful.
We call it the festival mix, and it is. It's a festival of colour.
But for a long period of time, for months, kind of from midsummer right the way into autumn, and these potentillas and geraniums, they're tough, they're hardy. They'll come back for you year after year, so they'll take any amount of frost during the winter, because in wintertime they die down to ground level. Once they're established, they can take those really hot, dry summers as well. They'll give you hundreds and hundreds of flowers in these mixed colours. They'll bring in the pollinators, and they will even grow on quite poor soils as well. These sort of plants can grow on sandy, gravelly, stony soils. But if you haven't got any soil, they're growing pots, window boxes, troughs. You could even try these if you wanted to in an easy fill hanging basket. Give it a go, see what can happen.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of geraniums in a hanging basket. I think it'll work really nicely. 580039 is the item number if you would like to go for that one, and a double up deal available. It's well worth going for the double up on that one, I promise you. Front of borders, they will be alight with colour for 6 months in the summertime, and every year as well. Right, another one to show you is the magnolia. This one is called the Yellow Brook that we've got for you here, and it's a beautiful yellow magnolia.
Who knew? I mean, I did, because I'm a professional gardener. But honestly, if you said to a lot of people you can get a yellow magnolia, it'd be like saying if you said you get a blue daffodil. You can't. But people would say no, you can't.
I love a blue daffodil.
Yeah. People say you can't get a yellow magnolia. You can. This is definitely. I mean, this is daffodil yellow. To be fair, these lovely big tulip-like flowers on here as well, and this can get to about 6 to 7 metres, not 67, 6 to 7 metres tall. This one, and it's got a lovely goblet shape growth habit to it. So think about planting this in a place where you can really create an impression. Beautiful flowers in the spring, year after year.
510969 is your item number. £10 saving on that one. £16.99 delivered price. Use your code, please. We're going to end the show, I believe, on the Wisteria Amethyst Falls. I know it doesn't look like much at the moment. This is what Wisteria looks like at this time of year. It is deciduous, but 2 main reasons to go for this.
Well, even more than that, in my opinion, it's super compact, which is really, really good. And the second reason, it will flower in its first year. I mean,
what?
Yeah, honestly, it will. We've seen them in the nursery. I mean, in another sort of couple of months' time or so, we'll have them in the nursery, and we'll have hundreds out there, and every one will be covered in buds. And then eventually, if they don't go out the door quick enough, they'll develop into flowers as well. But if you've had a fear of growing wisteria before, it's probably one of the most requested climbers I get from people when they want a climber on their house. And time and time again, I have to say to people, if you're going to go for a traditional wisteria like the sinensis or the macrobotis rather, you've got to be prepared to get up on ladders. You've got to, 2 or 3 times a year.
Or pay somebody to come and do it for you.
Because I've seen them go round people's down pipes, even in their loft. They get under the tiles and grow into the loft. This won't do any of that. This is really well behaved. It's much slower growing, but it has all the attributes of its big cousins. It has the beautiful flowers. It has fragrance. It's much easier to look after. In fact, you could even grow this, well, Bex has, in pots and containers. Of course, you can plant it in the ground as well. But if you've wanted a wisteria, but you've been kind of scared off by the big thuggy ones, this one will take all those worries away for you.
And it's just dormant at the moment, but it's a great time to get it. You can get it planted, it can focus on getting its roots in, and then once the days get longer and warmer, it can focus on putting out all of that growth for you. And you will get flowers this year and every single year. It's one of the favourite things in my garden. That's why I've got 2 of them, because I'm greedy like that. 550308 is the item number for your Wisteria Amethyst Fall. You get your savings by entering the code YGTV0626. You get your free postage by entering that code, and you get your discounts as well by being a club member. So make sure you've added that into your basket if you're not a club member already. Don't forget about the rainbow pots, please. It is a twin pack of them. They are the round rainbow planters, 2 33 centimetre pots, £10 saving on here, $16.98 delivered price. I just want to point out that price because £8.50 is what you would expect to pay for a budget pot. And by that I mean a pot that does not have UV stabilisation or frost resistance. These have that. So do not be confused about the price versus the quality.
I mean, that discount club price, if you had a £5 voucher, you get these down to $11.98 for two of these.
Bargain.
But I mean, these are so nice. I mean, I'm just going to pick this one up and show you again, because when I pick it up, look, you can see the shimmer and the shine on that as well. I mean, these look like top-end glazed pots, but they're super lightweight, they're UV stable, they're frost resistant, they're really rigid as well. They're not a thin plastic.
No.
If you sort of press the sides, they don't kind of implode. They actually, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of movement, but they don't just kind of cave in on themselves. These are going to look so good with so many things. I mean, we literally dropped this lemon tree in earlier on, and straight away it was like, I'm loving that look.
Yeah, I'm having it. That's exactly what I'm going to do with mine. They will be. My citrus is going into one of these pots. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We very much appreciate it. You're all starting to say goodbye in the chat, so thank you for joining us. We're live every Thursday, 2 till 4 o'clock. And, of course, you can catch up on all of these shows whenever you want. You can go onto the website, YouTube, or onto Facebook as well, where you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to watch any of these previous shows. I will be live on TikTok later, from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock this evening. So if you want to come back and join me on TikTok later on between 5 and 8, you absolutely can. Make sure you check out your baskets, please. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you,
Thanks, Bex.
Mr. Walcott.
Good, I enjoyed it.
You've done a good job. Congratulations. If you are a TikToker, we are doing something called a mega live tomorrow as well, 10 till 10, 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. if you want to come and join us for that. If you're not interested in TikTok, then don't panic. We are here every single week, Thursday, 2 till 4. And if you want to go back and watch any of the previous weeks, you can do. The codes stay active for about 2 to 3 weeks as well. So if you're watching last week's, you'll still be able to use that code and it'll be absolutely fine. Right, I think that's it for now. I'm starving. I'm going to go and have some bolognese. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Come back next week for more YGTV. See you soon.
See you tomorrow.
See you soon. Lots of love to you all. Bye.